Into match number 2. Into match number 2 we go now with the likes of Real Madrid and now Hilal needed to step up the plate. But Manchester City and Juventus look A-OK. But what about the Sundowns? Can they get themselves back into contention? Into the second round of matches we go now over in the Club World Cup. And of course, it's been so far so good for the likes of Juventus and Manchester City. But can the Sundowns make it 2 wins out of 2? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at match number 2, that's right, over in the Club World Cup, and we're focusing on groups E through H, that's right, and we'll get to that in a minute. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe, your subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Club World Cup, World Football, we're going to all hear under one Ruski, that's right, perfect start for Juventus and Manchester City, but work to do for the likes of Real Madrid. Can they get it right next time around? We'll get into it, all of it in a second. Big shout out to the members and the Patreons, you know who you are, but if you're new, again, hit the old subscribe. So we are here, we're talking about this. It is the Club World Cup, and we're going to get into it right about now. So sit tight, hold on as we review the last round of games. Sit tight, here they come on the screen any second. Hang on a minute. Now, that's right, here they are on the screen. Just slide on over. Oh, kicking it off at the top of the shop. Now, that's right, here we go. Of course, recap the results from match number 1 for groups E through H. They're on the screen right about now. My predictions are on the left-hand side, the real deal is on the right. Start with River Plate's 2-1 win victory over Urawa. That was my prediction. It was actually a 3-1 win in the end. Meanwhile, Inter did crap themselves out a little bit with a draw against Monterrey. I went with a 2-0 win, got that one wrong. Fluminense and Dortmund did draw 0-0. I went with the 1-1. The Sundowns did beat Ulsan HD 1-0. Happy with that. Meanwhile, Manchester City Jobs has done their business as usual, really, beaten by their 2-0 with a 3-1 win. Juventus the same, 5-0 winners over Al Ain. I did just go with the 1-0 win. Real Madrid and Hilal did duke it out 1-1. I went with a 2-2. And Salzburg beat Pachuca in a must-not-lose game, 2-1 win for them to put themselves in an okay position in the Club World Cup. Now let's take a little look then, shall we, at the current state of play. Now these are including a bit of a sneak peek to matchday number 3, as some games in groups A and B are done and dusted. So currently Palmeiras and Inter Miami are in a driving seat in Group A. They're not there yet though, still lots of work to be done there. Botafogo looks set to go through, but still could lose if they tumble against Atletico Madrid following on from the big victory against PSG just last night. Today we're focusing on these games here, of course, Group C and D. We should hopefully at least watch along, I think. We'll see. It's been quite busy at the moment. But these are the game groups that we're focusing on now. Currently River Plate top the charts in Group A, Monterrey in second spot, and currently in F, Mamelodi Sundowns top the bins there with 3 points. Dortmund in second spot, and as of right now. Meanwhile, into Groups G, we see Juventus and Man City both 3 points out of possible 3. Salzburg also got themselves off to an okay start. So that's the situation there. We do have a prediction league, guys, so keep on doing that right there. I'm not going to give you an update. It is quite scatterbrain right now with the split match day prediction videos. So just keep doing your thing. Hopefully we'll have an update to you very, very soon. But we're going to focus right here, right now on these, which I haven't done. All right then, folks, now we're focusing on the match number 2 for the game. Alrighty then, folks, next up we're going to take a look at match number 2 over in the Club World Cup, focusing on groups E through H. We're going to start with Inter Miami taking on Urawa Red Diamonds. That's right, coming at you this coming match day. That's right, it actually takes place this coming bloody, I don't even know where the heck it is. There it is. Alrighty then, folks, next up it is Inter Miami. Alrighty, folks, next up in this match number 2 over in the Club World Cup, we are focusing on groups E through H. We're going to start with Inter Milan up against Urawa Red Diamonds. That's coming this coming Saturday, that's right, so no rest for the wicked. At the Lumen Field, Inter Milan, currently with Christian Chuvu in the helm. Not too sure about that appointment. Up against Urawa Red Diamonds with Marcel Sculja in the dugout as of right now. They've never played each other, these two sides, so coming into this, Inter Milan on the back of that draw in the opening match there, but just one win in the last 4 matches. The Red Diamonds also losing opening day in this respective group, which is Group E, but looking to get back into some form of form. This is probably their best opportunity to do that, because right around the rings, who do we have next? River Plate. No, we don't have River Plate. Next other blocks. Alrighty then, folks, into match number 2 we go now, and we're going to focus on the game. Into match number 2 we go now over in the Club World Cup, and we are focusing on groups E through H, and kicking us all off is Inter Milan up against Urawa Red Diamonds. That's right, over in Group E. The match will take place at Lumen Field on the 21st of June, which is just around the corner here, guys. Inter under Christian Chuvu, of course, not the greatest appointment in my eyes. Coming into this on the back of a draw to Monterrey most recently. Urawa Red Diamonds on the back of that defeat to River Plate. They're looking to bounce back themselves, both sides. A bit of a stuttered start thus far. Prior to this, of course, Inter did get their asses handed to them on a plate by PSG. The Red Diamonds, though, on a good bit of form in the J League with a 2-1 win over Yokohama. Of course, they've never played each other, according to my data, and heading into this, the bookies do think Inter Milan 11-2 on for the victory, 6-1 is the draw, 12-1 is your away win. That's Urawa Red Diamonds. If they do stumble here, if they do not win this game, I think Inter Milan are probably heading on their way out, because they got River Plate last. They need a point or more, preferably a win. Going to go with a 2-0 win, Inter Milan, to keep themselves in the mixer for a spot in those knockout stages. In the same group, it will be River Plate taking on Monterrey, coming at you also on the 21st or 22nd, where you are, wherever you are in the globe. This was at the Rose Bowl. River Plate under Marcelo Gallardo, 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are top of the pops in Group E, up against Monterrey under Dominic Torrent, coming into this second spot right now on the back of that draw against Inter Milan. Now, these two sides have played each other twice since 2023. 1 win for River Plate, nothing for Monterrey, and there's been 1 draw. Of that 1 win, it was a 1-0 win. In fact, River Plate scored 2 goals in those 2 matches, picking up a goal a game on average. The Monterrey, the Mexican outfit, just the 1 goal in the last 2. They were both friendlies, of course, back in 23 and 24. Monterrey off the back of that 1-1 draw against Inter Milan. River Plate on the back of that 3-1 win over the Urawa Red Diamonds. The bookies for this one, 11-2 on. Scrap that. It's 11-10. It's 11-10 for River Plate. 12-5 is your Monterrey. 12-5 is also the draw on this one. River Plate look good. Going to go with a 2-0 win again on this one to give themselves in a good spot in Group E. Meanwhile, same day is Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund at the TQL Stadium. That's right, coming at you over in Group F. The Sundowns under Miguel Cardoso on the back of a win. The top of the pops right now over in Group F. Just 1 defeat over the last 6. They're looking good right now. Up against Dortmund and Niko Kovac, who coming into this on the back of a draw. They are 92% form for them over the last 6. They've got a good bit of form. They're actually unbeaten in the last 8 matches, and they sit second in the group at that moment. Dortmund, of course, picked up that draw against Fluminense. Mamelodi Sundowns with a 1-0 win of Ulsan HD. But of course, they're still nursing that loss to the Pyramids in the Champions League final knockout stage not that long ago. So at the start of the month, hoping to continue their unbeaten run. The Sundowns, the bookies, though, give them a big of a large order here. 6-1 is your Sundowns, 15-19 on is your Dortmund, 4-1 is the draw. I saw something in those Sundowns. I really did. I don't think I see enough for a win. I think they've got 2 chances now to get a point, and they could continue this journey into the knockout stages. I'm giving it to them right here, right now. 1-1 on the night. I think they'll get an early lead, because they were very fast out the blocks in the last match against Ulsan HD. I think Dortmund might get caught napping, and then Dortmund will continue with the rest of the match, trying to chip away at them. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, that's right. Meanwhile, same day Fluminense up against Ulsan HD at the MetLife Stadium. Fluminense, 83% form for them right now under Renato Gaucho. They currently find themselves third in Group F. Ulsan HD under Kim Pangon currently find themselves at bottom of the pile with 50% form for them over the last 6 back-to-back defeats. That's, of course, in all competitions at all venues. These two sides have yet to play. Fluminense on the back of that draw against Dortmund. It's actually been 3 clean sheets on the spin for Fluminense. Ulsan HD on the back of a winless run that stretched 3 matches and only 1 win in the last 5. The bookies go with Fluminense on this one as well. 10-3 on for the Brazilians, 70-2 your South Koreans. 4-1 is the draw here. Will the occasion get the better of Fluminense? I don't think so. I think they look good in lots of stages in that match against Dortmund last time around. Meanwhile, let's hop on over to Juventus. They're going to be taking on Casablanca or Wydad to you and I. It's coming at you over the Lincoln Financial Field. Juventus under Igor Tudor going to find top of the pops over in Group J after that heavy win in the opening round of matches. Wydad under Army Becher Chim currently find themselves third on the back of 3 successive defeats in all competitions, all friendlies, all kind of venues as well. These two sides yet to play each other according to my data, but Juventus are unbeaten in at least 6 matches under Igor Tudor. They're on the back of that 5-0 win over Alanin, and they did close out the season in Serie A with a 3-2 win over Venezia. Meanwhile, Wydad, of course, become preparation matches for this. They haven't scored a goal in any of the last 3 when they played on Sevilla, Porto, and now Manchester City. But they did look good in parts against Manchester City, so I think they're going to be more of a threat to Juventus than their opening match. The odds for this one, 4-1 on is Juventus, 12-1 is your Wydad, and 90-4 is the draw. I don't see an upset, though. 3-1 win. Go with Juventus on this one. Manchester City taking on Al Ain, that's right, coming at you at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium over in Group G. Pep Guardiola's boys are second in the table right now in Group G. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They've won 3 on the spin in all competitions. Al Ain under Vladimir Ivic, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, these two sides have played against each other. It was a friendly way back in 2014. It was a 3-0 win for Manchester City back in May. So can they repeat that? I think they could. They're coming into on the back of that 2-0 win over Wydad. They ended the Premier League season with a 2-0 win over Fulham. So they've scored, 7 goals in the last 3 games combined. Up against Al Ain, who have been pretty solid of late, really, to be honest with you. Exclude that Juventus 5-0 drama. They had 3 clean sheets on the spin, scored 5 goals in the last 3 prior to that spanking by Juventus. The bookies, though, will give it a Man City 12-1 on. Of course they will. 20-1 is your Al Ain. And, of course, the draw is at 12-1 as well. I'm going to go Man City. Of course, we are 4-1 win. We ain't no clowns here. Meanwhile, we're into the final couple here. We've got Real Madrid. They're going to be taking on Pachuca coming at you on Sunday, June the 22nd. Xabi Alonso is here. He did see out a draw in his opening game, and currently find themselves 75% form and sitting second in Group H. Standing in the way is Pachuca, Jamie Lozano's boys, on the back of a defeat in the opening match to RB Salzburg. 42% form for them right now. This match takes place at the Bank of America Stadium on the 22nd of June. They have played once. It was a FIFA Intercontinental Tournament. It was a 3-0 win for Real Madrid way back in December 2024. And again, coming into Madrid on the back of that 1-1 draw against Hilal, they closed out the season in good form, winning 3 on the bounce, beating Mallorca, beating Sevilla and Sociedad. As for Pachuca, preparation game against Al Ain, they won that one, but not the best bit of form for them at the moment. You take that win out, they're winless in 3 of the last 4 of this one. Coming at you right here, right now, the bookies for this, 127 on is your Real Madrid, 9-1 is your Pachuca, 5-1 is the draw. Going to go 2-1 as well. Comfortably done it for Real Madrid in this one. And then finally we go Salzburg, we go Hilal, coming at you the Audi Field. Salzburg and Thomas Lech, they currently find themselves top of the pops there with a win on their opening day. 3 wins on the spin for them, just 1 defeat in the last 5 up against Al Hilal. Simon Inzaghi now looking to get his first win after a solid start against Real Madrid on the opening round of matches. This is over in Group H. Of course, 1-1 last time around for Al Hilal against Real Madrid. They've been on a good bit of form themselves. Their last defeat is a long, long time ago. I think they lost to Al Ali way back in April. Meanwhile, Salzburg's last defeat was against Sturm Graz way back in May. The bookies for this one then, Salzburg 31-10 for the victory, 65 on is your Al Hilal, 14-5 as well. I am going with the bookies, go with the trend, go with everything right now. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win Hilal to boost their chances to get themselves closer to those knockout stages. That is my picks. Again, don't forget to get your picks in using the link for the prediction. It's 100% free. See if you can out-predict me, the Prediction King. That is what I have. We'll be back, of course, for our non-stop coverage of the Cup World Cup and much, much more here at Blackburn Rosie. So make sure you subscribe, smash like. We'll see you soon. Until then, we're done.